thinking my man, my baby, it's going good. So we're all like, yes, Megan has joy. She has happiness. She has love, which is what we want Megan to have. We want her to be happy, period. But we also want her to feel loved and be in a safe space. And it really pisses me off that Klay cheated on her because she was just, after coming out and saying like, hey, we're dating each other, she was giving this man praise like, oh, I've never dated somebody so kind, somebody that's just so good for me.
No clearance. What up? What's happening? What's cracking, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of the No Clearance Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler, here with two amazing people. Man, we got Queen of the Pie in the building. KC in the place to be. We got producer of the pie himself, Mr. J in the building.
What's
What's up? Good people, how y'all doing today, man? How we doing?
Gucci. I'm Gucci.
Alive and well and alive.
Feeling rested.
Hey, that's good to hear, my brother. Rest is very necessary in these days of time. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's get to it. Let's get to the episode. Oh, matter of fact, before we start, for real, please, if you are not subscribed to the channel, man, make sure you subscribe. You feel me? Show some love to some older videos. Like the video.
Yo, for
leave some
real,
comments.
please.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, shout out to y'all. Look, I'm gonna do better posting on Instagram, y'all. Forgive me. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay, T.
I'm gonna do better. You know, niggas got a kid. Niggas be tired for real.
You're
but
forgiven, T.
everybody tired.
You're forgiven.
I'm gonna make the plays, y'all.
You're
Now,
gonna be fine.
let's get to it. Jay, what is going on in Jada's Nerd News today?
What's up? I'm happy to be back. You know, I'd be taking these breaks, man. There's so much shit be coming out. I'll be zooming. So this week, I'm gonna finish up Invincible.
Okay. Dang, I feel like it just started.
So it did, but I had been gone for 2 weeks. So the last couple episodes, it's only 8 episodes. So since I've been gone, episode 7 had dropped, and then the finale dropped the next week. Episode 7, let me get started on that. Shit was crazy. This is literally what I've been waiting for ever since I read the comics, the scene on an animated or on the screen or any type of medium besides on the page. It was magnificent. It was the best thing I think Invincible, the series, has done in a long time. It really stepped up the game with the penultimate episode. Thrag, the leader of the Viltrumites, people was talking shit the week before, talking about, he sound like a little bitch and blah, blah, blah. Proved all the haters wrong. My cousin hit me up. Hey, yo, Thrag sounded like a bitch. Next week, he go, hey, I was wrong, bro. I was wrong. This nigga's a beast. We had the Viltrumite War, and shit went down. Mark got jacked up. His brother got jacked up. His daddy got jacked up. Everyone got jacked up. This was not a war that they did not win by any means, but they kind of won, but didn't win at the same time. Really, it was animated really well, in my opinion. There was a lot of intensity. It made you nervous. Had your heart racing. There was a lot of suspense in the episode. You didn't know who was gonna live, who's gonna die. Everybody was on the edge of their seats. Everyone was fighting for their lives. Great episode of television. The finale. Now the finale is the aftermath of everything that happened. Mark got a little bit of PTSD. He keep having visions. They can't find where the Viltrumites and Thrag went. After the war, they kind of just disappeared. They kind of just left. There's only 30 Viltrumites left in the whole universe. So they're like, where the hell these 30 people go? They've got the whole space. So, they're scared. Every Mark's racing back to Earth. There's a whole bunch of stuff. He's going through it. Found out his girl had an abortion. A lot was going on.
I'm on episode 4. I'm really.
A lot was going on.
Not that you ruined it. You can't ruin it for me, but I that fucked me up because nigga, I'm on I'm in the middle of that bitch. I just found out she was pregnant. I just found out she was pregnant.
I'm sorry.
God damn. I've never been shook like that. I've never been shook like that.
That's big.
I've never given a fuck when somebody ruined some shit for me. That hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry, T. I didn't know. I didn't realize you wasn't all the way caught up. I apologize.
Damn.
You know that's my toilet show.
But Invincible is going through it right now. His daddy back on Earth, his brother in the hospital was out in space. They didn't even bring him back to Earth. A whole bunch of shit going on. And then it ends with a final interaction between Mark and Thrag. Come to find out, another spoiler, T. I'm giving you a heads up. Block your ears, take your headphones off or something. Thrag is on Earth with the other 30 Viltrumites, keeping it low. They said, we ain't going to interfere with nothing. We just here to breed. So he said all the Viltrumites came down. They just going to be getting girls, getting pregnant, having babies, rebuilding their race. Because their race was, basically they went extinct. They basically gone extinct. Like there was a plague that killed over 1 billion Viltrumites. And there was a whole bunch of stuff going on.
So the population real low. Okay, that makes sense.
And the reason, they on Earth is because Invincible, his daddy at Thetis, kind of high-key, flew right through the planet and blew it up. They blew up all the Viltrum. So, they're a little upset. They ain't got no home no more. So, they're on Earth. That was the big twist. Thrag's a bad motherfucker. This is the fire line that he said that stuck with me. He said, listen closely to how your future's going to roll out. How you going to tell me how my future's going to roll out? So, it ended on that, and it's like there's nothing he can do, because if he tries to do something, the Viltrumites are so strong they could destroy all Earth in a snap, in a blink. So like they kind of got Earth hostage, but they promised they're not gonna do no bad. They just want to have their babies, rebuild their population, and dip. Basically,
that'll be interesting.
But from Invincible season 4, 10 out of 10. Chef's kiss. I was hype. Episode 4 kind of sucked, but you know what? They really recovered with episode 5, 6, 7, and 8. We good. Great show. Highly recommend.
7.
Yep, 10 out of 10. Next season's coming out in 2027. They sticking with the yearly season, so we good. That's my nerd news this week. Next week I'll talk about Daredevil.
Nerd news.
That's good to hear. I've been enjoying Invincible as well. Of course, I'm not as far as Jalen, but it is a good show.
I'm sorry.
It is one of them ones. It is one of them ones. I've never been so shook in my life, Jay. I've never
seen you
know.
look so shook. That's the way you grab your chest. You're like, ooh.
I've never been so shook in my life. We're trying to get over this by going to KC's tea. KC,
tea time.
What we got? What's going on out here?
All right. So yesterday I had the opportunity to watch Michael, the movie, the biopic. And I know there's been a lot of mixed reviews about Michael, but I want to say this. I think anytime you do a biopic, it's hard. One, you have to deal with casting, getting people that are realistic, that it doesn't seem so far-fetched. I hopefully don't have to remind you about the whole Flex debacle when he did the biopic and they rolled him in chalk. That was crazy. Chalk white paint. That was insane. That was
Flex Alexander.
We had no that, and I sat back, Jalen, and I thought about it, and it's like, sure, they came to you, Flex. Flex, you could have said no.
You could have said no.
You could have said that doesn't align with what I got going on. But I digress. Michael, I think, is for sure one of those. I think this is a biopic that was definitely for sure made for fans. It had a lot of fan favorite moments and performances. I do want to shout out the nephew. He did a phenomenal job. I think it's hard to embody a performer such as Michael Jackson, but I also think it's hard to embody somebody who is your family member, right? To us, he's Michael Jackson and he's this icon, but to him, to Jafar, that is his uncle. And so having to experience that and go through that was, I'm sure, an experience in itself. There was an interview process, not an interview process, but when they do the sit down and they're doing the press release where Nia Long, who played the mom, Catherine, and then Jafar was sitting down and she asked him a question of like, what was the hardest performance or part of the film to record? And he mentioned the Pepsi commercial incident. They did do a good job of showing that. I felt like that part really stuck with me because I don't think we understood the severity of that situation. Like he had 3rd-degree burns, very much so still to the day he died. had issues with like nerves back there and things of that situation.
Because his head
So
caught on fire, right?
it was his whole like back of his head. And the way they showed it, it was like the pyros, right? Because they wanted him to stand up on top of the stairs. And they were like, okay, Michael, you're gonna walk in. But once the pyros went, right, one of them had a speck and it landed on his hair. You got to think. He had a whole bunch of a can of sheen in his head. The chemicals that were probably in his hair were very much so flammable, so that probably added to it as well. But that whole experience was a lot. And to know that Joe, in that moment, your son could have easily been like burnt to death, right? You're asking when can he hit the stage?
That's crazy.
You are not worried about this boy's well-being. Even Catherine, the mom, was just like, we almost lost him. He is in ICU. Like, this is a big deal. And you are pressed about money and things of that nature. I honestly thought it was good. Out of 5, I will give it 4. And the only reason why I want to give it 4 is because Janet wasn't in it. And I think Janet and his relationship was something special for both of them. And so I do feel like that was a piece that we missed, but I thought it was solid. Performances were good. Depicted Joe really well. A lot of people are like up in arms about Joe because I think some people are like trying to make it seem like, yes, he beat the living breaks off of these kids, but look at what he produced. And I want to say this here, 2 things can exist. He could be a shitty dad beating the hell out of his kids, but he can also be a great manager producing some rock stars. And so I'll say that. Joe, I mean, may you rest in chaos.
Yo, another crazy cool thing I found out about the movie behind the scenes, I haven't seen it yet, but I heard that Jafar actually had to perform in front of his whole family before they gave him the blessing to play Michael in the movie. Like, he had to perform, what was it? I think it was Beat It. Yeah, he had to perform Beat It in front of the whole family.
He said that was the hardest one to physically do because he wanted to make sure that he got all the. And then you got to think too, Michael was so, a lot of the things that he did was so like in his head, like coming up with songs and things of that nature, like the melodies. And how do you teach somebody that? So I think him even knowing the certain things he did, like the way he held his hand, the leg he kicked, how he kicked it. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much that went into it. I think it took him like 2 years in training and making sure that he had, everything together and sharp. I thought it was solid. I thought it was good. For him to not be Michael Jackson, I think he did a pretty solid good job. I think the actors I was worried about casting for Joe and Catherine. I was like, Joe, okay, I could see that. But I was worried about Nia Long, but it all meshed and made sense. She did good. She did good.
Okay, because she ain't really been doing anything crazy lately. So
she pissed me off though, but it was more so the mom. But I also have to like sit and think, if Joe was beating the hell out of them kids, he was for sure putting hands on Catherine. And so, how do you not? There's no way that he was beating all these kids and he was not putting hands, because she didn't say anything. In the film, they showed her demeanor very, I don't want to say timid, but very to herself and quiet. So she doesn't look like somebody that would confront him. And I think that he also thrived on that too. If you have nobody combating you or holding you accountable, I mean, you're going to run amok. I think that's why Michael I'm not going to hold you. I think that's why he got the worst out of all of them, because he'd be like, no, we did a great job performing. We did a great job tonight. Why do we need to rehearse? Nigga, you must not know who your dad is, and then he would get the ones, you know what I'm saying? He would get it and then, okay. I also think it's great the way they depicted their relationship, him and Joe, because you get to understand more of why Michael was kid-like and childlike. It makes sense where he's like, there's so many things he couldn't experience as a normal kid. So, I mean, him having his kids wear masks, that makes sense. He wanted his kids to have some normalcy, I mean, as much as they could. So it's a lot of connections that you're able to make. I thought it was, cinematically, it was great, Jalen. I think you'll enjoy it cinematically.
Yeah, Antoine Fuqua directed it. I'm a fan of Antoine Fuqua.
Yeah, I think he was the one who did Rhapsody Queen. Right? So I mean, that was amazing. So I had no doubt.
I'm interested to see. I didn't know they were going to do a sequel.
Antoine Fuqua did Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah.
Antoine. Oh, man, I didn't.
Yeah, I did. Pretty sure I think he directed Bohemian Rhapsody. Antoine Fuqua directed a lot of things. He directed Training Day. He directed a lot of things. We don't have many black directors, that we.
They don't.
Yeah.
Antoine Fuqua, he be
He
making
one of them
movies.
ones for real.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he be
One of
making
them
movies.
ones.
I didn't know he did in Bohemian Rhapsody though. That's
He
interesting.
did.
Good movie.
And that
though.
was another good biopic too.
Yeah.
I
You
think he
know-
does a really good job with biopics.
The biopic that I like, if it's better than the one about what's his name? What's the gay guy with the glasses on the piano?
Elton John.
That one was good. I like
That one was good too.
Yeah, I thought that
But
was a
see,
good
I
one.
think for Elton John though, I think the way the order and the flow they did it made sense for Elton.
Yeah.
I think the flow that they did for Michael, there was so many monumental things that he had experienced in his life.
Mhm.
So I know that it's also hard because you want to find moments that are meaningful, right, to
Yeah.
fans, but you also want it to flow in the storyline. So a lot of people are like, oh, there's a lot of stuff missing. It's a biopic. There's going to be
Yeah.
stuff that's not going to make it.
Unless you like when you do a biopic, unless you like, you know what, we're gonna focus on only this part of his life.
Mhm.
It's hard to get everything if you're gonna do like a
Yeah, I
decade's
feel
worth.
like with artists as big as Michael Jackson, you could have just done Thriller album
yeah,
off the
you
wall. You
So
could have done things
they
surrounding
did-
each album and had like 3 different movies. Yeah, different.
But now here's the thing. I'm glad they didn't do that because I think we have so many interviews and things where Michael's talking about his projects. We don't know too much about Michael himself. And I think this was more so revealing him as a person and who he was behind the artistry. I will say I appreciated that it wasn't in a negative light where it didn't focus on his, you know what I mean? His things that was brought up that I feel like tainted his legacy almost a little bit. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that it was in a positive light of like, look what he did. I also didn't realize he was the first Black artist to have music videos shown on MTV.
Oh, really? I did not
Really?
know that. I did not know that.
That is so
They
crazy.
they were not
Really?
playing they were not playing Black artists prior to Michael.
Before yo MTV Raps, he was on there, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I thought
Because
you know
he
what's
was
that's actually
pushing.
crazy.
It was
Not
Thriller.
even Whitney
He had.
Houston.
Mm-mm.
That's
But remember
crazy.
Whitney. I remember Whitney. There was an interview where Whitney had to go back and forth too to have her stuff show. And I think it was for Thriller because he was like, and then you grow appreciation for his music videos because they were so cinematic because he was somebody who really enjoyed cinema, show. You know what I mean? He was really into like the angles for Thriller. That part where they're all dancing in the street and they're zooming out. They were pushing in originally. He was like, no, I want you to get the feet, like from head to toe. I want people to be able to see what we got going on. And when you think about that moment and that music video, it was really like a short film.
Great music video.
Oh yeah.
I thought they were gonna make a movie out of it. That's how good that music video was.
Yeah, that was
with the
really
eyes.
good.
Oh,
crazy
crazy
work.
work. Crazy work. When he
Yeah.
turned back. When he turned back. Now that's
Yeah.
And then you got to think about the time he's doing this. This is not like people are not doing this.
Yeah.
He is literally doing this and really laying down the groundwork for a lot of the things that we have now today for Black artists. So, shout out to Mike.
KC, I don't know if you know KC, but back in my day, 2016.
Oh,
no, was it 2016?
No, it was like
2015, 2014.
It was like
2014. I
It
did
was-
my old Michael Jackson performance at a talent show in
shit.
college. Yeah.
What song did you do?
Rock with you. I
You
did
know
Rock
what?
With You.
That's a slept on song though.
Good
Yo,
song.
low key, I think Off the Wall is a better album than Thriller.
Ooh, let's talk about it.
I think
Yeah.
Off the Wall
I gotta listen to him again.
Thriller's a
I can't
big
remember
hit.
which songs, which album.
But
to be
here's the
honest.
thing: Thriller it is so amazing. Thriller was made out of pettiness.
Talk to me.
So when he made Off the Wall, in his mind, he's like, "Oh shit! Like we about to clean house." Only got 1 Grammy for it. He was very upset about it. Went back and started making Thriller.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
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 And then you get to see his thought process to even picking a name for that album.
Yeah.
It was gonna be Billie Jean. It was gonna be another one, and then they fell on Thriller. And then that's when he had the whole like depiction of the Thriller music video and stuff. And he was also very involved in everything he did. I also didn't really hone in or realize that. Like I knew he wrote his songs, right? But he wrote it, he produced it, like he had a hand in everything.
based
Pretty
off the
much.
stories, the interviews you hear from other people talking about Mike, it don't surprise me. Like I've heard stories of like niggas going into the studio and seeing Mike just fly by them, like back and forth. Nigga was just like,
I
where the
will
fuck is
say,
Mike going? It's like crazy shit.
one thing I do wish they did do in the movie, I heard they did it. I wish they showed him and Prince's beef.
Oh yeah,
Oh, but
yeah.
I
We
wish
did.
there was a little shade though in the movie. So he
I
was
wish they-
there was a little shade that was thrown to Prince. So there was something, right?
I
But
would
again, you don't want to
love-
derail it to take
Yeah.
attention from
I
Michael.
would love
But
if they did a Prince Michael Jackson beef
Oh.
like series on FX, like what all the
Comedy
things that
show,
that
happened.
would be
comedy joint. Oh, make it
'cause,
funny too.
You know, Prince
Oh,
tried to
man.
run over Michael Jackson and his mother one day, allegedly.
Jesus.
Like he was driving by, he went vroom, right past him.
No, he threw. There was a comment of shade to Prince. I mean, you know, and I thought it was tasteful. I was like, "Ooh, that was a good one." But yeah, I thought it was smooth. Shout out Michael.
Man, you thought it was smooth,
R.I.P.
baby. It was smooth criminal.
R.I.P.
KC. Thank you for that. I do need to go see Mike. Gotta support.
I'm excited for part 2.
I saw
need to see
you,
the
me, and
vitiligo.
Tuscany.
Sorry, me. and
Oh,
Tuscany
that
too.
okay. That's on my list to watch too, though.
It was cute.
out
you know,
KC.
I wanna
It was
support.
It
cute.
was a good time.
Shout out Haley
Okay.
Bailey.
Make
Shout
a
out-
I
nigga
love me a
pay.
good
Make a
rom-com.
nigga
Shout out
pay
Halle
for the
Bailey.
tickets to go see that one. Make a nigga pay for the tickets.
It was
That part.
good. It was good. It was
Yeah,
cute.
yeah.
It was cute.
Out of 5, what would you give it?
I give it for a rom com. I give it 4. It was
out
an
of 5, I
easy
give it a
ride.
Solid 4.
It was an easy
Out of
ride
10,
for
I
a
give it a
rom com.
7. Yeah, out of 4, out of 5, I get a 4. Out of 10,
It had
I
his
give it a 7.
its funny parts. The soundtrack started off
Good
amazing.
soundtrack. Great soundtrack.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like it was a really good
Ooh.
soundtrack to the
Yeah.
movie. Like
I thought
it
it
did
was
its
funny.
thing. Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought it was,
Did
it
she
was
do a
cute.
song or no?
I don't think
No,
so.
actually, old boy sang to her. One of my favorites, and it was a little upsetting.
Yeah, that was cringe. That was cringe.
Why was-
pre-
What?
That
was he not? He didn't
cringy.
sound good.
Oh, that was awful.
it was jokingly, but it was still like nigga,
he was
nigga really gonna sing one of like
he was trying.
nigga really tried. I was like,
That was the worst part of the movie.
Oh,
Damn.
I deleted that out my brain. My biggest critique is I didn't like the guy.
it's the love interest. I feel like
The love interest.
that nigga don't
think-
impress me.
Exactly.
That nigga don't impress me.
That man was on Bridgerton one good time. The girls was like, "Oh my god!" And then they
Hey
ran with
bro, when that
I
man
literally
on Bridgerton,
prior to that he was not
on
he was not
Bridgerton
that
when
guy.
they had that sex scene and he looked back at her like, "You like that, huh?" I was like, "Fuck this nigga for life."
I just don't like. They had his shirt off. They had his shirt off with his
"Did you
chicken
like that?"
chest. I was like, "Hey,
You
come
like
on,
that
man.
dick,
He
huh?"
ain't that good looking." I was like, I whispered to Jada, "This ain't not my type of man."
Bro, they did a slow mo when he took his shirt
Not my
off
type
in
of
the
man.
movie. I was like, "This ain't impressive,
needed-
my nigga."
I would like a more aesthetically pleasing brother, like a little bit more swole, a little bit more jacked. You know?
Am I hating?
Was he
Maybe.
not?
He's
he-
not.
he-
He's not
he's
big at all.
in shape.
He's
He's
in
in
shape,
shape,
but he's
but
not
like-
like.
But he not
If-
beefed up.
If I got a little bit more serious on my dad, me and him, bro,
I hate you.
this shit.
No, you didn't.
This
no, you
shit
did
look
not.
attainable.
No.
It looks attainable.
No, you
It
gotta put a
look
nigga on the
attainable.
screen that other niggas are looking like, I can't do that. I can't
Yeah.
get to that level.
If you
Okay,
gonna
that's
have-
fair.
You still
My thing
saying-
is they had him with his shirt off. If he didn't have his shirt off, okay. But he had his shirt off, and I was like, that's not impressive, buddy. Hey, like he had no chest. He had a little bit. You gotta have a little bit of chest.
What?
Halle Bailey was thick in the movie, so you know
Okay.
he was too little too small in my
He
opinion.
looks too skinny. You gotta
He
have a
too
nigga that
skinny.
pick
He
him
had a little
up.
chest in it. You know what I'm saying? He had a little chest.
Pick him up.
Just
Nah,
a
he
little bit of
can't
chest.
pick
He
him
said, hey,
up.
yo, get some. He need a little bit more width to him. He nigga built like Gumby
Tyler,
over
you
here
gotta
with his
cut
shirt
this part
on.
out.
Nigga over here built like Gumby got his shirt off, and I mean, I shouldn't have nothing to say. I'm fat, but you know, at the end of the day, you the movie star.
Oh,
Get a
God.
chest, brother.
Woo. Because you can get a personal trainer. You can get all the
like
things. Yeah.
before the scene where the sprinklers came on, he should have been hitting the bench press. He should have
just a little
cranking
bit,
that
just a little
joint
bit.
out. Really
I-
get
And
the
I
joint
wouldn't
going.
say anything if they didn't act like his fucking body was fucking sexy. I was like, all right.
I was gonna ask, did they make it seem like he had it going on?
Oh,
Bruh,
yeah, he had a
his
little bit
shirt
of a
was
six
off,
pack going, you know.
There was a scene, so he took his shirt off. Then there was like it was a funny scene where a tour bus came by the vineyard, and this one lady was like, whatever they're doing, I want to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I want whatever they got. You know?
I'm hollering. Oh my god.
It was funny. It was funny. The movie was funny. I'm just
funny.
saying that scene. That's what I was like. All right, he ain't it.
Yeah.
Good for
so
him.
you got 2 movie reviews. We gave you 2 movie reviews on this episode. Shout out to you, me and
Yeah,
fellas. Take your lady to you, me and Tuscany. It's a
Yeah,
good
take
time,
it.
you know what I'm
Get
saying?
Halle
It is-
some money. You know,
Yeah,
black
it's a good
women
time.
have been in the movies the last couple weeks. We got support.
Yeah,
Zendaya got a
yeah.
movie. Zazie Beetz
Oh,
got a
right.
movie.
I know.
That's right.
And
that's
Halle
right.
Bailey
That's
got a
right.
Zendaya's movie hasn't come out yet,
No,
right?
it's out.
No, it's been out for a couple
I heard
weeks
it's
now,
good.
Casey.
I heard it's really good.
Damn. Okay.
Been out a couple weeks. It's like one of them. It's one of them dramas where they ain't trying to make a bunch of money on it. So I haven't been seeing no ads or nothing for it.
Yeah, but I hear it's
They
good.
kind of just
Yeah, I mean-
dropped this shit.
I mean, and Edward.
They ain't
Cullen's in
promoting it like
so
that. She's not
I
really
have to
doing
watch
much
it.
press.
I felt like my whole algorithm has been her and Robert.
Oh yeah, you're
Oh,
right. You know,
wow.
actually, never mind. You're right. They have been doing a
Not
lot
mine.
of press for the movie.
I feel
just
like
not.
they've been doing a lot of, I haven't seen, to your point, like the trailer and stuff like
Yeah.
that. No. Mm-mm.
My
There's a-
algorithm.
I heard there's
know
a
who
pretty
am.
good twist in the movie. The whole premise of the movie is pretty good.
They not promoting my ass. They said, "Nah, niggas ain't finna go watch
Hey,
that movie."
hey, my only critique on Zendaya is she always gonna be
Yeah.
with a white boy. But I'm gonna digress.
Well, she's
Has she
half
not
white.
been-
Yeah, but she's still a black queen at the end of the day.
She is, for
she ain't-
sure,
Yeah, but
but
she
you-
ain't passing.
I mean, what do
You act like she
yeah,
passing.
Yeah, she ain't exactly. She ain't passing.
Like, my
They
nigga,
are this
like-
black woman.
She's obviously black. Go do a black movie.
Yeah, that's all. That's my only
Like
critique.
I understand that she wants
Oh,
to do
God.
stuff that gives her range, but at some point, can we
We need
please
you
show
in
up
a
for us?
nigga film.
It
Show
don't even
up
gotta
for
be a
us.
black movie. Just have a black love interest. That's all we ask.
Now you know if
Just
it's a
know
black
that
love
part.
interest is a black
Be with a
movie.
brother. Michael B. Call him up.
Ooh,
Just
I
saying.
wouldn't be mad at her and Michael B. I'm
You know
not
what?
mad at
Hollywood.
that.
I'm lying.
Tell
She
her-
did have a black love interest, but they argued the whole movie. What's that
one?
movie? The black and white one on Netflix.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. My
The
name
one
from
with
Insecure.
Denzel's son.
Oh no, you're right. Denzel's son. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're
one
right.
with
Oh,
Denzel's son.
and that I like that movie.
That
That
was a
movie was
good
really
movie.
good.
Good.
That
Yeah,
was a
that was a
good
And
good
it wasn't
movie.
even in color. It was in black and white.
Exactly.
That was good.
But that's not a nigga movie though.
Yeah, it was made by the guy
gotta
that
get
made
into
Euphoria.
the hood classic feel.
She got
She
it.
need
We
one
need a
hood
Good
classic.
Friday. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
something.
we need
And
one.
she would be great in a Friday style movie.
She would
funny.
be
Now,
good
here's
in a
the thing.
comedy. She's a funny chick. She's funny.
She would be phenomenal in a comedy. She'd be phenomenal in a Good Friday. I wouldn't put her in no Medea project though.
Oh,
She
absolutely.
not that. That's when that half
that's
white
not-
kick in.
That's too low level.
That's
That's
too
too
low
low
level.
level.
Too low level.
You know what I mean?
It's too
No
low
shade. Love you, Medea, but
She bringing
She-
people
She
to the
don't
box
need that
office.
opportunity. Some
Yes.
people need that. She don't need that.
Yeah, that-
she
some
don't
people need that
opportunity.
jumping
She be
pad,
taking
you know?
that opportunity from somebody else.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what
Right,
I'm
that's
saying?
exactly
She
what it
don't-
would
you know,
be.
you know, you know, just what it is.
All
what it
right.
is.
All right, man. Let's get to Tyler Turntable so we can get to the main combo, man. Real quick, 2 albums I just want to point out. But before we get to that, we will talk about Kehlani's album next week.
Cool.
Next week we will talk about
It's
Kehlani's
playing
album.
in the background at my house
All
right
right.
now. So just so you know.
Oh man.
that's right.
Shout out to Buddy. I talked about the fact that Buddy had an album a couple weeks ago. I've been able to listen to it for the last 2 weeks. Simi Sims the Third. Really good album. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. He starts off with 2 really quick jumps, but then we get in Around Me, and it's like nigga was speaking to my soul. Keep that bullshit around. Like, keep that bullshit away from me. Like get all that shit. Keep that shit for around
Over
me.
there.
Get that bullshit from around me. I said, yes, nigga. That's exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Keep that shit from around me. Keep that bullshit from around me. This album kind of splits up into two parts of the album. It's not a double disc, but it's two parts of it, right? We got the first half, like 1 through 5, seems very introspective. You know what I'm saying? And then it kind of switches. And once we get to 6 with On the Way, with I forget how I don't know you say the nigga name. Kalon for real. It just kind of turns into just some like West Coast shit. Outside of Still Young and Marmalade is almost like a very guitar heavy song. He kind of do his singing thing, which we don't give Buddy enough credit for. Nigga actually has some good vocals. Hopped Out is one of them joints you put on in the car. And shout out to Ass Match the Legs. That is one of my favorites on the album, which leads me to just want to give a big shout out to the Cuzzos. The Cuzzos, it's a group. I want to say it's 4 of them.
I want to say, I think you told us about them before. It's 4 girls, right?
It's 4 girls. They was actually they performed at Kendrick Juneteenth joint.
It's 5.
Oh, it's 5 of them.
I just looked them up.
They had one joint with something about. Oh, there was one part of their song that got real viral. They was like, pass the peas like we used to do. Like they had a little dance.
Hey, okay.
Like that.
Yeah.
They had that joke, but yo, they went fucking crazy on Ass Match the Legs, and they should have. Because they do this thing where like one of them start rapping, but then they all sing together. They do the little fly phrase together, and it's just some real fly harmonic shit. And I am all here for it. Finally, you got House Jam. We got a little house music style type song on there. I just feel like it's a real smooth ride. Like you could turn it on and clean the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? And just enjoy the project. So shout out to Buddy with Semi Sims III. And I haven't finished this project, but I am a fan of Reason. Reason previously dropped an album called Everything in Me, in the color Everything in My Soul _blue. So it was _blue. Now he just dropped an album called Moving Towards Love _pink. So this is more of like a love album, relationship album. A lot going on. The Cuzzos is in this album as well.
Okay, they working.
Yeah, they are working. He got on this album, we got the Cuzzos feature. Another notable features are Eric Bellinger. Kalon for real is on this one too. And Kaz. We got a Kaz feature on that album. So this is one that I haven't finished, but I'm enjoying. And as you were saying, KC, Eric Bellinger, he don't pop out too often, so it's always a good time. DMV stand up. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong about that.
Y'all got him.
Yeah, that's all I got, man. Shout out to two West Coast artists. Y'all know I love the West Coast. I love the West Coast.
That's why they both on there. That makes
West
sense.
Oakland Beach Tuesday.
All right, let's get to the main topic.
I like a nigga who like to lay low.
Let's get to the
There's a reason the niggas laying low. That's all I got to say.
Let me tell you something. Man, Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson have broken up.
Cornball.
Now, I don't know if it was mutual.
It wasn't.
Or if Meg broke up. We don't know if Meg broke up with Klay. Now, how did this start, KC? How did we find out? Please do we need to set the scene? Do you feel like it's necessary?
You can set the scene.
I will set the scene since I'm impartial.
Go ahead.
Well, basically, Meg put on her Instagram story this message. I don't have the message up right now. Casey got the message.
I'll read it after you set the scene.
Yeah. So she put this message out, basically calling out, saying that her and Klay broke up and he cheated and whatnot, and He has some mood swings during the NBA season, which makes sense.
Mm.
He ain't just a regular NBA player.
Mhm.
And, the relationship is over now.
Don't make that face, Casey. He is not just a
The
regular NBA
relationship
player.
has
So
ended.
here,
The one relationship we thought was gonna
Don't do
last.
it, because I will
So,
go. If you call that nigga regular,
I'm
trust
good.
and believe, we will go off on this
Casey, you
podcast
can't call
if
him
you
regular.
call
Ain't
that
nothing
man
regular about
Don't make us bring
Klay
up the
Thompson.
stats. You don't want us to do it.
We gotta preface
Because
this,
we will
Casey.
put respect on that nigga's name real quick.
So before
Real quick.
Tyler, hold up. Let Casey get her
Wait,
feelings out.
But before we even dive in, I want to start us off by saying Meg got into this relationship with this man after, I mean, she's just been through so much, period, right? And it's like the last nigga she was with was shitty. I don't got to talk about who she was involved with or entangled with. It was shitty. And so she felt like, well, let me not say what she felt like. She probably felt a sense of like, dang, can I trust niggas again? And so here is Klay, who is not her typical, when you look at the other men that she's been in relationships with, they've all been rappers or musically associated in some capacity. So the fact that she changed her MO, here's this guy who looks clean cut. And when I say cornball, I say that out of anger, but he's like a regular average, when you look at him, you don't think, man, this guy is a baller. He's rolling in it. You look at him and you're like, oh, this is a tall guy, right? If you don't know who Klay Thompson is. So bear with. Okay. So now, fast forward, we're thinking my man, my baby, it's going good. So we're all like, yes, Megan has joy. She has happiness. She has love, which is what we want Megan to have. We want her to be happy, period. But we also want her to feel loved and be in a safe space. And it really pisses me off that Klay cheated on her, because she was just, after coming out and saying like, hey, we're dating each other, she was giving this man praise like, oh, I've never dated somebody so kind, somebody that's just so good for me. But you know what this proves, Megan? I'm gonna tell you this. When you give a nigga a little bit, you can't praise these niggas. You can't give them no compliments. You can't let them know they're doing well publicly, because they do shit like this to
That's not
piss you
true.
off and embarrass you. Ladies,
Not
stand
true.
up. You know what I'm talking about. You know when you change that man's name in your phone, he get to acting brand new. All I'm saying is, Megan, this is your time. Go ahead, cut your hair into a bob, do a crazy color, get you a nice little wig, and put on a revenge dress and rock out to your cocks out. I know she had Act 3 loaded and ready to go. Scrap it. I
Probably
need
some rewrites coming in.
Yeah, I need rewrites. I need you to bring back Freestyle Mondays. I need you to be hitting that. Hot girl coach. Yeah, come June, we getting them freestyles. And I say once a week. Some people said once every other week. No, we're hungry. You have anger to get off. You got something to unleash. Okay? So yeah, that's my recommendation, Megan.
T, now give your opinion, because you may have a controversial take.
Because I know he gonna piss me off. Go ahead.
It's just life is such a contradiction. Because first of all, Klay should never have allegedly cheated.
It's no alleged.
It's not alleged.
It can't be alleged if the woman is like, you cheated on me.
And he didn't say anything. He said, I didn't see a rebuttal.
He
didn't say
didn't
it wasn't
or
true.
nothing.
That nigga cheated. Tyler, don't piss me off.
The only way it's confirmed.
Excuse me. I'll let y'all talk. I'll let you talk. First of all, Klay should have never have allegedly cheated or cheated, whatever you want to say. I think some things are interesting though, you know what I'm saying? While he did cheat, it's like, damn, bro, the man gave her a good relationship outside of the cheat.
No, this
just
nigga
saying.
No, this nigga did.
She before
There's
the
no way.
nigga before nigga cheated, she was like, damn, she done made a song. She was like, this is great. The nigga took her golfing. They ain't none of them other niggas ever take her golfing before. She cooking the nigga with spaghetti and fish. All I'm saying is life is crazy like that. 1 second, this nigga's great, and the next, fuck the nigga for life, even though this nigga did some good shit for him. Life is just crazy. With that being said, though, I feel absolutely terrible for Megan. For one thing, okay, black women deserve much better. Black
Hey, I
women,
was waiting for it, Tyler. It took
black
you a little too
women.
long. Took you a little too long to get to that part.
I had to get that off my chest though. Black women deserve much better in the world. Outside of Meg the Stallion, too many things have been going on in society as a whole, especially with the way black men have treated black women, where black women are not feeling protected, feeling loved, and it really hurts my soul because there's brothers like Jalen, myself. There's a lot of brothers out here I know holding black women down. Married brothers, you know what I'm saying, having kids, and then it's just the public display of the way black men with money and celebrity are treating our black women. It's pretty rough right now. Outside of Coco and Donovan Mitchell, shout out to them too. Chocolate love, you feel me?
Speaking of Coco, allegedly, Klay Thompson cheated on her too.
Now
that's alleged because I don't know confirmed or denied.
Now Klay Thompson do got a record.
And before Coco, it was Laura Harrier.
Lori Harvey, yeah. Boy got a record.
The boy loves the sister at the end of the day. Can he keep it in his pants? Absolutely not. The nigga loves bitches like he's the best player, one of the best players in the NBA. And you know what? He is one of the best players in the NBA. So he go act accordingly.
Let's not do that.
I'm not saying.
Let's not do that. He was. He had a terrible season.
He had a terrible season, but he was. And he acts the same way as if he is still. And that's okay because niggas made over $300 million in his career. Now, here's my point. If you're going to be with a woman so publicly, the last thing you could do is cheat on them. Why?
I mean,
why couldn't it just be a gradual breakup? Oh, we decided to just part ways. Allegedly. You cheated. Allegedly, I guess. I mean, the woman said he cheated on her.
He cheated. Stop letting Tyler gaslight you.
It's not like people outside. It's not like people outside of the relationship are saying, he cheated on her. It's not alleged. It's different if the person in the relationship is like, damn, I can't believe he cheated on me. That's not alleged.
A woman can feel cheated and the nigga ain't do shit.
You don't know if she walked. We don't know how he cheated.
Very possible.
We don't know if he found some shit on text messages.
Oh gosh.
We don't know. We don't know if she
can feel cheated and be like, nigga cheated on me. Nigga ain't do shit. Nigga could have looked.
All we know is that she has felt cheated on, and we have to take her word for it because she was in that relationship. We don't know if she walked in on a nigga fucking knee deep in some girls. If you get what I'm saying,
knee deep is crazy. And Casey, I will say though, Klay Thompson definitely. When I heard the news, I was like, Klay. Now this was before I knew his track record.
You're right, same.
He don't look like the type of nigga that's finna just.
But here's my thing. I'm not gonna put no fault on Meg. I'm not gonna put no fault on Meg, and I'm not gonna put no.
As we shouldn't.
I'm not gonna put no fault on. I'm not gonna excuse Klay. I'm still in the middle of my top thing.
Right,
I'm not gonna put no fault on Meg, and I ain't gonna put and excuse Klay Thompson. But I will say, you can't trust a nigga that got a flip phone.
Well,
that's all I gotta say. The nigga got a flip phone. You don't know what kind of dastardly stuff he's getting into. He got no social media like that. You don't know what kind of dastardly stuff he's getting into. The nigga could be a sex addict. He's addicted to fine black women.
There's been a lot of basketball players that are.
I'm just saying. He's addicted.
Magic Johnson.
Yeah. He could be just addicted to fine black women. And you know what? That doesn't excuse him cheating on Meg. Doesn't excuse him at all. I'm actually very disappointed in the brother because it seemed like he was treating her nicely. This whole situation is just sad at the end of the day. I'm not going to say fuck Klay Thompson. I'm just very confused. You got all of that. You got all of that.
Yeah.
You got all of that. And you going to go for that over there?
That's the rough part about it. Like, Damn, bro. You had Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah, it's
And mind you, I don't want to say it like she's a possession. I feel like
No,
it's covered.
no.
I feel like it's covered all bad, brother. You had Meg Thee Stallion, bro.
yeah.
This shit-
Yeah, yeah,
What
had
could she
a
have done?
yeah, had Shorty sprung, or she
Now
did.
the-
She was
and-
busy
But-
during the NBA
the
season.
She had to be, because the only thing I could think of is like, because Meg a hustler. Meg will, she gonna get this money. Now, I don't recall seeing her courtside during the season. Did y'all see any pictures? We saw Glow
During
all
the
season.
season, during
We
the
saw
season,
Glow all season.
We saw
sitting
a whole
courtside.
bunch of pictures of her on the court side, videos.
maybe the beginning of the season.
I didn't see. I can't recall. I'm sorry.
But you also have to think too. To your
She's
point,
busy.
she's busy. She had Broadway. I think her last
That's
show was
recent,
this
though.
week.
That's recent.
She had to
So
practice. She had to.
she,
the
I mean, you
rehearsals
have
and stuff.
rehearsals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true, yeah,
Bro,
good
that's
point. Yeah,
not.
ain't
That's a
no-
big deal. Broadway.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah.
They're just
We
not
just
having
showed
anybody
up.
go up there. I guess my thing about it is it's not even a thing of like it being Klay, and I want to like really. It could have been anybody.
Yeah.
It's just like for you to know all the things that girl has gone through. To your point, Tyler, the moment you feel like I'm getting that urge, I'm getting that itch, or I feel like I can't, I would have much rather and respected him being like, you know what, like you, I really rock with you, but I can't do just you, or I want to be out here. Now, I will say, based off Megan's post on her story, I do think that when you got somebody cooking Christmas and Thanksgiving dinner, that's not no shit you do for some regular person. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, you're not bringing anybody to the house. Never mind eating anybody's cooking. So I think also too, off of Megan's point, if you feel like things are going so well, so good, because we don't know if he said anything to her, it could have just been like, yeah, I'm about to fuck on bitches on some slick shit. And, again, I know people have said, oh, he's an NBA star or whatever the case may be. Athletes cheat. Even
Not a
with
shocking
that,
development.
again, it's not shocking, right? But I think with her situation, knowing all that she had been through prior to your relationship, and there's no way you can say, well, I didn't know, because he was getting heckled by other men about him dating Megan. It was like, oh yeah, another peg on the belt type of thing. So it's like you're aware of her situation. You should have dealt with it with delicacy. You know what I'm saying? You can't keep it in your pants. Cool. Part ways, like Tyler said, and keep it cute. I would say this. I think Megan, at this point in time, hone in on you, get your craft, continue to focus on putting music out. You're doing these other acting jobs. Do all that. Do what you need to do for yourself. People are going to put a clock on you and say you got to be in a relationship. Hone in on yourself, focus on you, tighten that shit up, and you're going to find somebody who genuinely is your person. Unfortunately, Klay probably felt nice and felt different in comparison to the other men that you dealt with, but he wasn't the one. And it sucks, but it's okay. We're going to move on. Hope he breaks his ACL or whatever the hell
Don't
it
do
is.
that. He already tore it. He already
tore.
tore it.
He already done did that. He did that already.
And
We
to
already
be
been
honest
there.
with you,
God don't like
No.
ugly. That's what it
But
sounds
don't
like.
do that.
This is
But
why
this
he's
is
not as good
this is
as he
another
used to be.
part of this is the part of now.
You
I don't
break
know.
it, you tear
I don't know
it.
his history.
Tear it.
I
Rip
don't
it
know
on
his
paper.
history
Mm.
before. I don't know his history before the injury. But if I'm looking at that man's stats, he's clearly not the man he used to be, and I'm sure that can play into the mental of if I can't be the man I used to be on the court.
Yeah, they
and I
sucked
can
this
still
year.
be the man I want to be off the court. Now that
Yeah.
I'm not giving any excuses. I'm giving you a possible mindset for somebody whose career is technically on the back end, unless he does he could have a resurgence, but unless his career is technically on the back end. And I think it's tough. I think for him it could have been a tough mentally. Now, is it quite devious? I feel like it's quite devious to be able to move like that and knowing he probably couldn't handle that situation and still be like front facing, still be a nice guy. That is some devious shit. I'm not going.
I personally
That
was
is-
kind of
that is-
surprised that this relationship was so out in the open. They doing Instagram videos and all this stuff, and it was very un-Klay like to be in this
Well,
situation.
she was online. He was living his life.
I know, but like he was in the videos and stuff, and like he
So
was
I also think
participating.
too,
Fair.
You
That's
have to
fair.
certain
think.
aspects.
Working out
Workouts together. Yeah.
You have to think too. I just had it. You have to think too. I think Megan was in a space of like the not everybody, because I wasn't eating her up, but most people were eating her up, talking about, oh, she can't keep a man, X, Y, and Z, and this, that, and the third. And so she's like, okay, I can. I got me one. And it's a good one. And again, you know, kind of feeling very comfortable in the relationship and felt like, okay, I can, let y'all in on a little bit because again, people have this notion that it's Megan that is the problem and not the men. Anytime, and I'll say this period, anytime somebody cheats, it is absolutely them. It's not you. Now, not to say that a relationship is not a two-way street. It absolutely is. It takes two to tango. But for infidelity, for you to cheat, you know that you got an inkling or a moment of weakness. You need to know, hey, do I respect and honor my relationship? Do I respect and love the person I'm with? Because you can like somebody, but do you respect them enough to be like, you know what? Chill. I'm not doing that. I'm in this situation. Let me iron this situation out, right? Because it could be that the situation no longer served, whatever it had. You didn't feel that same way. Or it's like, okay, cool. This is cool, whatever, but I'm not really feeling like I want to be just with you. Give that other person the opportunity and the option to be like, yes, I want to do the poly thing, or no, I'm not into that. Let's part ways. Regardless, I don't want Megan or anybody to ever feel like the reason why somebody cheated is you. That was a decision they made and something they got to lay with. But I say this to say, Megan, at the end of the day, it's done. Let it be. I know there's bitches on Etsy casting spells and paying women to handle it. Just focus on you. Like I said, focus on your haircut. What haircut you finna pop out with? What hair color you finna do? The
Let me
nails. What
just
is that
say,
gonna look like? Focus on that.
I do not want. I don't want Meg to have a Mary J. Blige career. I really don't. And what I mean is, I just don't want her going through these things, and the pain is constantly creating more great music. Like nobody wanted to see a happy Mary J. Blige
True.
walking away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
mean,
saying?
Mary J.
So,
Blige don't even know how to be happy. She hates her
part
Burger
of
King
me-
commercial.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's crazy. She was like,
Part
I
of
had to
me-
get that
talk to
off.
me,
I had to get that off.
I'm just
Part
saying.
of me wanted to. Part of me feels like Meg low key. I feel like she's big enough now where she don't really need the social media presence
Nah, she
as
did
much.
it. She never did.
And what I mean is, like, I feel like
She
a
never
lot,
did, but I think that's part of her allure, though, is like her being so reachable and like so relatable, so to speak.
I feel like a lot of. I would hate for her to feel like, when she gets in these relationships and goes online, it's almost like, trying to prove people wrong and shit. Like, just live. I just want her to live her life at this point.
I will say,
it's just rough. That's rough, bro.
It's tough having a public relationship, especially when it falls apart, because now it's like it's even worse than what it really like. It magnifies everything even worse, especially when the relationship ends in cheating. You know what I'm saying? So like, maybe next time she don't, publicize the relationship so much. Just keep it low key. I'm not saying that this is the reason why. Maybe she should keep it low key. Some people don't be talking about it, putting negativity into your relationship and stuff like that. Like there was a lot of like hating ass niggas hating on Klay, and a lot of
It's
hating
kind
ass
of
niggas hating
gross,
on
though.
Meg, and it was just like this is
The
unnecessary.
niggas treating this like it's Drake Kendrick beef and it's not.
People,
It's
yeah,
not.
people was talking about Klay up there messing with the neighborhood, cut it out. She allowed
And
to
then
date
here's the
multiple
thing.
men.
I'm glad.
and he's
I'm
allowed to date
glad.
multiple women. Like that's life.
I'm glad you brought that up because a lot of men try to use the excuse of like, oh, well, her music is so promiscuous and all this other stuff. Okay, niggas rap about getting their dick sucked all the time and their pleasures and getting their rocks off. Women are not allowed to do that. We're absolutely not gonna do that. Her lyrics are promiscuous and so she for everybody. That does not mean that at all. So let's stop with that narrative as well.
I don't
What
like
the
when
fuck
they
are you
say
talking
that.
about?
It's like, all right, man, just grow up. That's what I be thinking.
That's what it
like,
gives.
grow
It
up.
gives childish.
Women like fucking just as much as us. Come on, man.
And I'm not gonna hold you. Probably more. We don't have to charge as long as you do. To keep that in mind.
True. Yeah.
Klay Thompson. brother, you better work your ass off this off season.
Yeah, you
There's a
done
lot of
fucked
people
up.
wishing for you to
A
fail.
lot of
Yeah, you
strength and
done fucked
conditioning.
up,
You
man.
got a lot
I'm
of
just
people
saying.
wishing for you to fail.
It's-
Hey, if the nigga average 20 next
Some might
season,
even be praying. I'm
he
not
can-
praying for
he
it because
gonna get
I'm using
comeback
my
player of the
call for something
year.
else.
I'm just saying.
That nigga might
I'm
get
just-
most improved.
I'm personally flabbergasted because you got all of that at home, and you're gonna go out. I gotta see the chick he cheated on her with because she's
You
some
wait,
regular,
here-
regular
Rumor
BBO
is
shorty.
the rumor is a WNBA player.
Well,
This is
Lexi
the
Brown,
rumor.
but she refuted that. She said, "Nah, that
Okay,
ain't
she
happen."
refuted.
She
Alright,
came
bet,
out
bet,
and said,
bet.
"Nah, that ain't happen." Even Lexi Brown, like, come on, you can Meg over Lexi Brown. Lexi Brown, fine and all, but like Meg the Stallion.
And that's the thing, Klay, when you look at his other girlfriends, he gets them. Like he's getting bitches that are bad.
Yeah,
Okay?
top
Like
tier,
they're top tier.
fine
And
black
so it's
women.
like, damn, you know what it is? He's greedy.
You
He's
know,
greedy.
light skinned niggas have a bad track record. He just,
Don't do that.
us.
Don't do
No,
that.
no, you know it's true, T. You know it's true. Us light skinned niggas get a
Don't do
bad
that.
rap, and then niggas like him go when we gonna try and change the narrative on light skinned niggas, and this light skinned nigga gonna go cheat on one of the finest sisters we got.
You
I
know
don't
what the
want to
problem
hear it
is,
no
though.
more.
You know why I won't. You know why we. All right, this gonna sound kind of messed up.
Crazy,
Kind
okay.
of messed up. Jay, here's the question: do we need to separate light skinned niggas with both black parents from light skinned niggas with
You talking about biracials?
yes? Is it
See,
time to start
Let
separating?
him.
I don't know, man.
Look.
I don't know. A lot of these.
Because
I'm just
you not
saying.
finna put me in the same circle.
That's what I'm
as this
saying.
nigga Klay
I'm
Thompson.
saying. A lot of, you
Not
know.
finna do that to me.
His
I don't
levels,
know.
his
I don't know if
tiers.
we can. I don't know if we can because we don't have a I can't think of any light skin.
I'm
I mean,
not
Chris
trying to
Brown
leave-
exists.
I'm not trying to leave
Chris
out the
Brown
But
biracials.
exists.
that nigga
I'm
has some
not-
questionable things.
I'm not
That's
trying to
not,
leave
you
out
know.
the biracials. I love J. Cole.
I'm just saying. I'm just
But
saying.
we're
that
saying they can't be in the same category.
What I'm
as
saying
like, I mean, light
is-
skin at the end of the day.
What I'm saying
True.
is,
They
you
gonna
right,
think we
both get
biracial
pulled
anyway,
over.
so you know
We
it is what
True.
it
already-
is.
You got
So,
that. You got
You
that.
know what?
they
You
gonna
right.
think
That's
it
always going to be the
anyways.
first assumption.
That was
yeah.
just
Yeah,
a question.
exactly. So
That was just a question.
no,
That
no,
was a
I
good
understand.
question,
I
though.
get
That was a good
it. I
question.
get your logic. I get your thinking. Because you know Ti exists.
T.I. exists.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all
But
I'm
also
saying.
Chris
Well,
Brown
T.I.
exists. But
And
also,
Chris
Ooh,
also
Brown
Chris
you
did
Brown
gotta
exists.
know.
And Chris Brown
It's
ain't
two
mixed.
sides.
Just saying.
You know what I'm saying? But
And Ti ain't even that
I'll
great
take
of a
that on
dude
the
either.
chin.
He be fucking and sitting. You know what I'm saying? He be stepping
Nah.
out on his wife and everything too.
I take that
they
on
do.
the chin.
They may be doing it together, but they still
Let me
doing
tell
it.
you
But he
something.
defended his wife with 50 Cent.
Of course,
You know what I'm
as you
saying?
supposed to. You
Had
got
the
us to
whole
defend your wife.
family.
If you are a man that has cheated on your wife
Hey.
or your girlfriend or your significant other and you are in need of a lawyer, please
I
reach out
Honestly.
to Tyler because he got me sitting here like,
I will go to
got me
say.
thinking what I thought.
I will go to say. At least they weren't married and they weren't really together that long.
Nah, you're skipping it. She left without a kid. Boom.
That too.
You won, Megan.
And they had no
You
children.
won.
So you know, hey,
No
you know,
kid.
hey,
No kid, no case.
no kid, no marriage. Easy break.
You're good.
Boom. We broke up. You
Clean.
cheated. We're done.
Now,
Easy, peasy,
Clean
lemon
break.
squeezy.
Clean break.
Toxic nigga in me. You know,
Oh,
toxic nigga
shit.
in me.
Oh, jeez.
I feel like you can learn a lot from how, as a man, you can learn a lot from like how a woman react to a breakup.
Mm.
You can learn a lot about a woman from how they react to the breakup. You know what I'm saying?
That
I never
too.
forget. I never forget when me and my wife were together at one point. She went silent. I mean, I ain't know what
You
she
got-
was up to, living a life. I said,
Yeah, I know
done
that's
fucked
right.
up. I said, I done fucked up. I need to find this woman.
Silence
You know
is
what I'm
always is always gonna hit him upside.
I had another
Silence,
situation. I had another situation where the next day, blowing the phone talking about fuck you, nigga. You ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Type
That
shit.
part.
And I was like, you know
she
what?
had to process
that was a great decision for me to go.
it. Mhm.
I feel like that was best. Klay, this might have been a relief. This might have been good for you, my boy. I'm not saying you should have cheated, but I'm saying based on this reaction. based on her going off on the story, you might have needed to let that go anyway. Not let it go. You might have just needed to tell her earlier
Okay.
that, hey, this may not be it for me. Now, that's all I'm saying, KC. I ain't saying nothing crazy. If I'm saying something crazy, you let me know.
No, I get okay. That's
but
fine.
You understand what I ain't saying nothing crazy.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not.
Klay, all right, Meg, because I love black women. I wish you the best.
Okay, thank you.
Meg,
We
I wish you
appreciate
the
that.
best. Klay, stay strong, brother.
Keep your head down. Don't keep it up.
No, you have to walk with your head up so they can see you. Right? Don't you can't be invisible to this.
Have a hat on. Have some sunglasses.
Nah, he can't.
Look like you Michael in a toy store.
KC, nah, he can't walk around trying to hide from this. You gotta take this head on. You gotta walk around like yeah, I'm outside.
You gotta take it like a man. Okay,
take it like a man.
Yeah,
that's only gonna make it stronger. You know what I'm
saying? If the disrespect is out loud, I get that. Yeah. Then
that boy out on the boat,
chilling. That he named after her. Like, what the fuck?
What? That's a little vicious.
I'm not gonna hold you though, but that reveals money though. That's a flex.
Oh, for sure.
Because how many boats you got named after women, or how many times did that boat avenue name?
How many boats do you have? Nigga got a boat, dude. Man, look, man.
Ain't that much ocean a nigga need to see.
I wanna thank KC for not, saying that Klay was no, ordinary. It was no regular.
No.
We have seen
regular.
That,
no,
we've seen that line online that like Klay wasn't known before me, or he wasn't known for a car, and it's just like
I think Stefan and Klay are examples of like when two worlds collide, right? Like you have the sports world, you have sports fans that knew about it,
Travis Kelce,
and I will say,
and Taylor Swift
and then you have the music world and like the social media and all the not extra in a bad way, but like the other domains of like life and world, and those two collide. And to your point, it could be beautifully done and look great, or it could be something where it's like, oh, it's a lot, and it's not meshing.
Honestly, Meg and Cardi are two, real queens of hip hop right now.
Correct.
And to see this happen to both of them in the same year, quite a rough 2026 for the hot girls. And
you're not lying.
for the city girls, my bad.
City girls, yeah.
But the summer is here. The summer is near. I'm sorry. The summer is near, and it's almost time to be outside. And I hope you all city girls safely enjoy the weather. Get the sundresses ready. Do your thing out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Safely.
Boom. Mm-hmm.
And that's all. I mean, how you feel? KC, anything else you do? Anything you want to end with?
The last thing I want to say, I didn't say this before when I was talking about Michael, but there was a scene in that movie where Michael wanted to play Twister and his brothers didn't want to because they wanted to go fuck on bitches. I'm not mad. I get it. But I would have played at least a round with Michael playing Twister. I mean, play the goddamn boy game.
Especially when you the lead singer.
I'm making the money in this mug. I'm the reason why you got a roof over your head and we can't play a round or two of Twister.
That's some
so I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna always be Michael's Twister partner. I got you, Mike.
Thank you, KC. Hey, one last thing. I know I said it earlier, man, but for real, there's been a lot in the news going on with our black men causing harm and damage to our black women and our families. And if you need help, please ask for help. Find help as black men, because it's just, we should not be the ones responsible for causing this type of loss and damage to our black women and children. We gotta do better, fellas. Got to do better. So please, if you need help, please go get it. And with that being said, this is another episode of the No Clearance Podcast, man. Make sure you subscribe, leave us your thoughts on Invincible, thoughts on the Michael Jackson movie. If you listen to Buddy, man, or if you got any musical recommendations, put them in the comments. Let us know what you think of the Klay and Meg situation, man. Y'all, be safe out here. Stay black.
Stay blessed.
Peace out.